Fatal Frame is an animated series based on a web series made by Kenyu Shirazaki, originally appearing on Subzu Nero's website before becoming a light novel and published by Overlap. The series revolves around the main character, Amora Toka, a high schooler who has just been summoned to another world by a goddess, because kidnapping is allowed if it's done by the gods and if the person is a teenager. Toka isn't summoned alone. His entire class is picked up in the goddess summoning net to become heroes, or in this case, disposable pawns. Most of Toka's classmates have extraordinary skills, but Toka is the lowest at E rank. Because of this, the goddess decides that Toka is a failure of being a hero and sentences him to death by sending him to a dungeon where nobody has ever returned. Dum dum dum. There are two things that the goddess failed to realize, probably because she doesn't understand anime tropes. The first is that Toka is actually OP as anything, and that he will return from the dungeon stronger than before and also vowing to have his vengeance. The OP skill Toka has this time is a normal status endowment, which allows him to 100% of the time inflict his target no matter their strength with any number of status alignments or debuffs like poison, sleep, paralyze, etc. So this means he must worship at the altar of the RNG Jesus, or he's a hacker. His abilities aren't completely broken, just mostly broken, because he still has to be close to the target to cast it, and some of the inflictions can't stack and be cast in concession. Despite his suffering, Toka isn't alone in his adventurer/path of revenge, because he quickly starts to gain allies and followers like a hero, but he isn't one. It is nice that Toka isn't just a straight out hero type after being betrayed by the goddess. He isn't a dick either, but he has more complicated personality than most prodigies. The art style and acting are all done really well. The art style is detailed and brings out both the magical fantasy world and the game-like mechanics. The sound effects and music are mostly fine but doesn't stand out. The acting is used well to bring out the variety of characters and their emotions. The series that this series most resembles is Erifureta, from commonplace to the world's strongest, with both having an entire class summoned and the main character being abandoned and then going from the weakest to the strongest.